Hey, first graders, have you heard of abbreviations before? I bet you have, even if you don't think so, because abbreviations are shortened versions of words, and we see them all the time. In fact, I think when we do our worksheet today, that you'll find that you're really familiar with quite a few of these abbreviations that we're going to use. So let's look at our page today, and we're going to do this one together. Okay? So this says an abbreviation is a short way of writing a word. Most abbreviations end with a period. We're going to write the abbreviation for each of the words and remember to use a period. So they gave some examples here. Here we have the word Saturday, and notice it starts with a capital. And here they just wrote sat, but put a period afterwards, and they kept the capital. Okay, Saturday gets a capital because it's the name of a day of the week. Over here we have the word September. Again, September is the name of a month, so it gets a capital. And when we abbreviate it, we keep that capital, but we stop after the T, sept, and put a period. Okay, if you use either of these abbreviations, most people are going to know what you're talking about. And so we're going to look at a few other months and days of the week and show how they get abbreviated. There are a couple other words on here as well, and we'll talk about them when we get to them. Okay, so number one, we have Monday. Now, when we're looking at the days of the week, it's a good thing to remember that the word day gets repeated any day, right? So we don't have to use day when we're doing the abbreviation. Saturday, we also take off the UR. But the other days of the week, we typically keep everything that comes before the day. So for Monday, we keep MON. M-O-N, and put our period. Okay. For months, we often keep the first 3 letters. There are some exceptions, again, like the word September kept 4 letters. But for the most part, we use 3 letters, but just the first 3. So in August, we're going to use A, U, G, period. Okay, Thursday. What do you think we're going to keep on Thursday? If you said Thurs, you're correct. T-H-U-R-S, period. Okay, November, that's a month. What did we say we keep for a month? Usually we keep the first 3 letters. That's right. So we're going to keep the N, O, V, period. Okay, this is one of the other examples of a word that sometimes gets abbreviated. Notice, again, we have a capital here. What does a capital tell us? It's a proper noun. It's a name. And in this case, the word doctor might be going before a name of some sort, like Dr. Seuss. When we talk about Dr. Seuss, we don't typically see doctor spelled out. We see it abbreviated. Can you think of what that abbreviation is? Typically, that abbreviation is just DR. And so you'll see that in front of a doctor that you might visit to get a checkup, dentists as well. Okay. Typically, we see it abbreviated in this form when it's being used as part of somebody's name. Okay. Oh, look, I went with the odd numbers first. We'll come over here and do the evens, I guess. So here on number 2, we have another month. We have February. Do you remember what we typically keep for a month? The first 3 letters, that's right. So we're going to do F, E, B, period. Okay, 4 is another example of a word we sometimes see abbreviated. Notice again, I have a capital here. So this is the word road. Now, if I say I'm going to walk down the road, then it doesn't get a capital because it's not a name. And so I also wouldn't typically abbreviate that in a sentence. But if I say that I live on Charing Cross Road, then it becomes part of the name of the street. And in that case, you can abbreviate it. And the way you do that is RD. Do you live on a street with the name that includes the word road? Maybe you do and get to use this abbreviation when you write letters. Okay, number 6. We are to another month. The month is March. That's right. On months, we usually keep the first 3 letters. Now, March is interesting because it's only 5 letters long. So I don't see March get abbreviated very often, but when I do, this is how I see it. Okay, 8, we have another month. We have October. What will we keep? Oct. That's right. O-C-T. And number 10, January. We will keep Jan. That's right. Jan and period. Hopefully you followed along with us and you did a great job, and I'd love to see how you did. Happy learning!